Hey everybody, it's Kira with Books to Glam Kira, here to share my Q1 reading stats. I read a total of 25 books. I read 8 in January, 8 in February, and 9 in March. And the different ways that I read these books, I listened to 15 audiobooks, I read 5 ebooks, and 5 physical books. And so for me, that's definitely normal, I would say. I do have a full-time desk job, so a lot of my reading time is going to be while I'm multitasking, working at a desk. I can't read a physical book. Also, I'm on the go a lot. I tend to listen to audiobooks in the car. I've kind of made a habit of when I'm doing laundry, I pop in an audiobook to pass the time. So 15 definitely sounds right for me. I would like to read more physical and more ebooks, but for right now, it just doesn't make sense for me. So in the meantime, I'm totally taking advantage of the opportunity to listen to audiobooks. And the different ways that I received or got these reads were I own or purchased 10 of the 25. I utilized my local library for 9. And when I say library, that could be a physical book that I got from the library, or it could be one of the 2 library apps that I utilize, which is Libby and Hoopla. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm trying to utilize the library more and more, and I'm actually really, I've got a really great setup where the place that I work is actually, there's a library in-house that is tied to our local library. So I can receive library books and I can return them just right in-house at where I work. So pretty sweet deal. And then lastly, I got 6 of the 25 via publishers. And again, that could be a variety. It could have been a physical, an ebook, or an audiobook. So I am very grateful for those publishers. This is definitely the first year that I'm really getting into requesting as well as being approved for ARC. So it's very new and exciting, and I'm enjoying the ride. Some other stats that I have, something that was kind of exciting for me to see, I didn't realize it until I pulled these statistics, was that new to me authors versus repeat authors. As you can see, I am pretty evenly split. I have a tendency to read a lot of repeat authors, but again, thanks to publishers, as well as book clubs, got to give a shout out to book clubs encouraging me to read things that wouldn't necessarily be on my radar. I was able to read a lot of new to me authors. I will say I expect the repeat authors to increase in Q2 just because there's a lot of great books coming out by authors and books that have already came out that I've been reading by repeat authors. And then another stat that I have, average star rating. Again, no surprise here. It ended up being a 3.84. It really did feel like I was giving a lot of books 3.5s and 4.0s. It was just March that I thought may have thrown us for a loop because I had 4 5 stars. So I didn't know how that would end up balancing out. But yeah, 3.84 sounds pretty accurate. I'm not going to spend some time, I'm not going to discuss my favorite reads because I actually made another video where I talked about some recent favorites. So go check that out for some recommendations. I unfortunately have some least favorite books, and I gotta say these were kind of surprising. One of them was, and I should say these are all repeat authors for me. The first one was Beautiful Ugly. I did not care for that one, and that's by Alice Feeney. I've enjoyed Alice Feeney's twists, and this one just wasn't for me. I would say, without giving a lot away, there were some cultish vibes, and for me as a reader, that's something that doesn't really intrigue me to read about. So if that's something that is a trigger for you, or if you like reading about that stuff, then maybe pick this one up. But for me as a reader, this was not for me. I did finish it, and I did finish all of these books, so I feel like I can speak honestly about my thoughts and feelings. The next book was Counterattacks at 30, and I apologize, I can't recall the name of the author. They also wrote the book Almond, which released a couple years ago, and I really loved that. I felt like Almond was kind of, it didn't get the hype that it deserved. And I'd love to praise it and encourage others to read it too. But this one, I was so excited because, again, I got an arc of this and I recognized the author right away, and it just didn't work for me. It was, I mean, you could definitely tell that the writing style was still there, still consistent, but the concept just kind of fell flat for me. And then lastly, worst books in Q1, House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I can confidently say that I've read all of Riley Sager's books, and that's part of the reason I picked this one up, because I had been pushing it off forever and ever and ever, and I knew in the back of my mind this was the only one I hadn't read of his. And of course, as we know, he has a new one coming out in the summer. So I just kind of wanted to knock it out and be up to date. And it too was not for me. I know, again, it depends on the type of reader you are. I had been told going into this that there were some kind of questionable paranormal elements, and I haven't hated paranormal stories, so I gave it a chance, but it didn't connect for me. It was kind of all over the place and didn't wrap up to answer the questions that I had. And so again, those were my worst books of Q1. I did DNF some books, but it just felt more like a not the right moment kind of DNF. So I don't think that that's pertinent information, because I could see myself going back to them. By no means was it a bad book. So yeah, that's where I'm at for Q1. Apologies that the video is coming out in mid-April. But yeah, let me know what your favorites, best and worst were. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for another video. Thanks, guys.